Data just cut off on a whim, and I'm demanded not to report crimes and just really can't be safe. It's sick. Why are these people not all accomplices? I'm uploading a video of an officer saying that Jason has done a restraining order on me, and if I contact his business again, I will be arrested. And they have arrested me multiple different times. They cut the data off to interrupt that upload. Gotten away with it years. And he prearranges in environments that I live, knowing that he said he was in Victoria handling business. Now all of a sudden, everywhere I'm at is covered for crimes and threatened put-outs and mistreatment and being violated for recording crimes he's committing. And I just have to sit and marinate in our countless rights being violated. It's illegal to demand that I not record interaction with the police. Get demanded, or you will be put out of environments repeatedly over and over. Places ignoring me, begging and pleading for help, and then demanding that I get mental health treatment, degrading me with that, while I can never see services they're supposed to be offering. Just looking at the camera, you don't connect to Wi-Fi looking at the camera. It won't even let me do that. They may be trying to steal the upload. The recording, they've done it before, and stolen sound. Look at just the camera. Glitching. Yes, are you an officer?
Say that again?
Are you an officer?
Am I an officer?
Yes.
Yes, how can I help you?
Yes, if I lived in Interlace Apartments, and they demanded that I not record police and talk to the police and threaten an eviction, security, is that legal? Would that make them an accessory? I was trying to report my abuser and crimes I believe he committed, and security came from nowhere and said that I would be arrested for lottery and evicted from the property for trying to report a crime of my abuser. If locations are demanding that I not give evidence that I'm being violated, could they be charged as an accessory?
Not necessarily, ma'am.
What's your badge number?
280.
And what was your name?
I can actually help you with.
And what was your name?
Officer Cordova.
Okay, yes, I'm asking, so they wouldn't be an accessory? Because I read online that someone that tries to impede the investigation or cover for a party's crimes would be an accessory. That's not true? It lied online?
An officer in person, ma'am?
Are you covering for it, random officer?
Ma'am, do you want to speak with an officer in person?
No, I was just wondering, is there a particular reason I just randomly call you on why you wouldn't want me to know that, if that would be considered an accessory?
All right, ma'am, unless you have an emergency, I'm going to release the line there so their calls hold in.
Do you think the feds will release the line, ma'am? They're setting it up. Their police departments abusing their power, and they're demanding civilians take accountability for crimes that they are committing. That's why they keep on covering for everything, knowing you never believe my story. They deliberately strategize to commit a crime, knowing I'll record it, then have locations being in cahoots with railroading and violating my life in a conspiracy, which is criminal. Dallas Police Headquarters haven't answered the phone in years.
Dallas Police Headquarters.
Oh, wow, you guys, I haven't been able to get through to you guys in years. Yes, may I have your name?
I'm Officer Williams.
I think I've talked to you before.
Not if you haven't called here in years, no ma'am.
Okay, and your badge number?
10053.
Okay, so if a party was aiding and trying to conceal crimes another party committed, would that make them an accessory?
I don't know, ma'am. What did it say?
No, I'm just saying, what was an accessory? If someone was aiding in a cover-up for a person's crimes?
Yes, ma'am.
Would that make them an accessory to the crime?
They was aiding and abetting.
Okay, I just wanted clarity. So the reason why I'm asking is because the locations that I've lived have demanded that I not record my abuser and crimes he's committing. They did it at Interlace Apartments. They threatened to put out in my arrest for recording interaction that I had with the police reporting my abuser. These same security guards came and then monitored the conversations that I was having with staff about rental assistance, stood up and intimidated staff. Two security arrived with me trying to get rental assistance. So nonetheless, while these security supervised, they said they couldn't talk to me about it, come at another time. So I came back and the security locked and closed up the apartment complex. So then I came back another time and the security supervised and they said our policies has changed and they can no longer offer me the rental assistance. That it ended upon my request for the assistance. This has happened in multiple different locations. So I called later, they said that they don't have security.
Okay, so how does the police enter?
I'm sorry?
How does the police enter in this?
You're police?
I understand that, but the thing of it is security and police are two different entities.
Well, if they don't have security, pretending like you're a government official is a crime.
Okay, ma'am.
You didn't know that as a police?
Ma'am, can I talk?
You just asked me how you could help, and then I'm telling you, and now you're getting offended. This feels like it's psychological abuse, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm not quite certain on what to do. If someone is charading like they're security and police, that's a crime.
Did the apartment complex hire them?
The apartment complex said they didn't have security. And the security was only supervising me. After the security arrived, things got really bizarre. I got locked out on my balcony. Cars would come at me from all different directions, taking the trash out. People jumped in front of my vehicle. Then they pretended I recorded it. They pretended like they were on the phone. The cars were trapping me in. They come, rush out, and then trap me in and not let me out of the gate. All kind of peculiar things.
Okay, have you called 911 for officers to come out to the location?
In addition to that, my AC kept would be on the hottest days of the year wouldn't work. I put in multiple different requests. The apartment manager said she don't know how I took it. And then I got, each time I reported, I flagged down the maintenance man. I said, why won't you fix my AC? He looked dumbfounded and said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, I put in like 4 or 5 requests. He said, they never gave me a request. So they got caught in it. So he came to fix it, but he put my new shower curtain in this big, huge puddle of water, cut the AC, the heat up as far as it could go, and then left for an hour in already excruciating heat. I put in my descriptions what happened, and then he came back. So then the water in the hot sink in the kitchen never worked. Period. They told me the water heater kept going out and I was trapped in it and wouldn't fix it. Paying rent. My dishwasher wouldn't work. They wouldn't fix that upon moving. Then in addition to that, the stove wouldn't work. They wouldn't fix that. But each time my abuser was mad, the AC wasn't working in excruciating heat multiple different times at multiple different environments. But I'm just concerned about people being accessory to his crimes, his psychological abuse, torment. Psychological abuse is indeed a form of domestic abuse, and enlisting every one of my environments to conspire with it makes them accessories, and that's criminal. How do I report that?
Ma'am, have you called 911 to the location?
That's how I report it? Call 911 and say that get these people accessory charges for threatening to put me out to cover for his crimes?
They need to come out and assess the situation.
Is that legal for someone to threaten to put you out to cover for someone's abuser?
Ma'am, I don't know the situation.
You're a police. If someone is being accessory with my abuser and threatening to put me out to cover for his crimes, is that legal?
I have to assess the situation.
Okay, so what do you assess? Let me make sure I understand. Now it has changed, and someone aiding and being accessory has changed, and you got to access it?
Ma'am, you don't want some totally two different situations here.
I'm just not really understanding that if someone is taking bribes from my abuser and put me off property for recording his crimes.
He didn't say bribe.
Okay, well, I'm saying it now. If someone is bribed to cover for my abuser's crimes and put me on property to conceal his crimes.
Ma'am, you need to call 911 so they can come out and assess the situation.
But my question of it is calling the police department for years. For years you didn't answer the phone. I'm glad you did. But for years, each time I'm calling, I can't get clarity on laws. So my question once again, if people are taking bribes and aiding, I'm not. I can't ask for the question. Oh, this has happened years, man. Why would you guys not want me to know the law? Are you paying people to do this?
Excuse me?
At Salvation Army, when I was terrified and afraid, I knew something was peculiar in these environments. So I had on the disguise, and I went there, and I immediately changed clothes and took off the wig. They told me they weren't quite sure, but they picked me, and I lied about everything that you could possibly lie about. And this lady described me to a T. I said, what's going on? She said, okay, they're looking for this lady. And the lady they were looking for was me, but I changed all my clothes. I said, okay, what's going on? And lied about everything. I knew something was suspicious. She said, okay, they're passing out money left and right to staff. Everybody staying here. They're looking for this girl. So I said, and then they started behaving even more odd. They realized who I was. So it was evidence. I went to Internal Affairs, you guys, and asked what happened with that report, and told them I was being targeted and was removed. Not only that, when I lied about everything, they lost me, and it was a police helicopter looking for someone in that environment. I questioned who they were looking for. So I got terrorized so much in that environment, I left and went back to my sister's location to get terrorized there. She said, you had everybody afraid and scared. Everybody was looking for you. Why would you do that? I said, you mistreat me. Why would you act like everything that I'm reporting to you isn't true? Why were you afraid? Then she got quiet and then set me up later. So not only everyone, multiple different people in the apartment complex that terrorized me and mistreated me. Something was weird. There was a lot of addiction in that community, that people in that environment. Someone was on the stair giving people all kind of this K2 or whatever kind of drug. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. But each time I left, people did weird things, blocked my path, came at me. I had to carry mace. But I've never seen an environment where groups of people rushed to someone and gave them drugs. Outside of Austin Street, where someone was parked, it looked like she was stalking and had all kind of liquor. Then after they got caught repeatedly doing stakeouts and giving people drugs and liquor, then it stopped. They did it at the bridge. So they did it at Austin Street. I moved to the bridge, and then I reported these strange people that seemed to be doing stakeouts. It looked like they were bribing people. Their con was that it looked like they were bribing people to terrorize me in these environments. Their con was that they were activating cell phones, paying people to activate cell phones. They weren't bribing anyone. But after my repeated reports, they stopped. What do I do with that, ma'am?
Call 911, ma'am.
Okay, what are they supposed to do?
Send elements out to your location.
A what?
Send officers out to your location.
Okay, and what do they do? Was that criminal, what I'm reporting to you?
So you can make a report, ma'am. I can't take this information over the phone.
No, I'm saying, is that criminal to do that?
To make a report?
No, to stalk someone and then buy off neighborhoods. And then
it is a crime to stalk someone.
Thank you, because everywhere else in the past have been covering for it. So is it legal for all these parties taking bribes and demanding that I not record crimes my abusers committing?
You can record if they allow you to record.
They have to allow me to record crimes?
You can't just record just to be recording somebody.
No, I'm not being heard. They are not there. It's crimes my abusers.
They're not there. Okay.
So if they're not there, let's say that my abuser is sending me a threatening email and I upload it. Let's say that.
Then you save the email and you make a report.
No, I'm saying that if I upload it to my own personal YouTube channel.
Well, you can upload it to your own personal YouTube channel.
What if they threaten putouts for me recording his abuse?
Well, ma'am, you need to put in call 911 so somebody can.
I wanted to know my rights, ma'am. I've been violated and people did not want, they withheld my rights. If I want to record my abuser's threats to me that endanger my safety, and as I've established a history of people, I'm really concerned about why police cover for this and deprive me of my right to knowledge. It makes me
Now,
think that you guys are accomplices and perhaps setting it up, therefore covering for it, ma'am.
okay.
This is I've called multiple different police departments that have strategized their words to lead me in crimes. Once again, ma'am, do I have a constitutional right to upload crimes that might be emails that my abuser of crimes he's committing in emails to my channel without
Yes.
people threatening to put me out?
That's your constitutional right, ma'am.
Okay, well, what do I do when people repeatedly rob me of it, threaten evictions, people that don't even work on property? What do I do with that?
Make a report.
What do you guys do with someone treating me like that after I make the report? What's the relevancy of doing the report?
You report it so you can have documentation to take them to court.
And what do I take them to court for?
You take them to court for, as far as apartment complex, we would take them to civil court.
And what would be the relevancy of taking them to civil court?
I don't work for civil.
Why would you recommend I go to civil court to not get anything addressed?
That's what you have to do.
Why am I doing it? Why am I doing it, ma'am?
I'm kind of busy.
I don't know my rights, ma'am. You want me to take them to civil court and you're hiding? She hung up. They're behind it, so that's why they don't want me to report it. So obviously, if she's saying that I need to take them to civil court, but she doesn't want me to know the consequences for these actions, so let's call it civil court. So for years, the attorneys are controlled. Years, hours upon hours. So civil rights attorney, personal injury attorney, and I call all these people that seem to be controlled. That everywhere I'm calling, they specialize in something else. Hundreds of calls. No one has returned my call. If they finally did return it, then they're conspirators. And then when I get there, they have me to go around on wild goose chases and then deny legal representation and sabotage any knowledge of my legal rights. Accident, injury. This is a pattern. This is why places demand that I don't make themselves accessories by demanding that I not cover relentless being bombarded with crimes. That was on hold.
Description as to the reason
And then
of your call.
I got an answer machine. They're supposed to be open
You can
24
also
hours.
reach us at blarum@almanzilaw.com and Sarah.
It's pointless. I've done this for years. This is essentially like pre-civil rights movement when the people, slaves were. It was demanded that they not read and not know laws and rights. It's essentially the same kind of pattern of behavior. If I don't let you know your rights, then I can repeatedly violate them. If we're strategizing our comments and what we say to repeatedly conceal crimes, we're enlisting armies full of people to commit, we repeatedly don't get accountability. If you're ignorant, then you stay trapped in the problem. I'm not quite certain on why I wanted to go to school and my ID came up missing from nowhere. Why would the government demand that I not have knowledge? It makes me feel like I'm living in the pre-civil rights movement, which is illegal.